For as long as you have been alive, the Earth has had a second moon. Almost no one has ever heard its name. It is small, it is dark, and it has been quietly shadowing our planet for about 100 years. And right now, a spacecraft is flying beside it, trying to answer one strange question. Is it a piece of our own moon? Let's be clear about what it is and what it isn't. It is not a true second moon. It doesn't orbit the Earth. Its name is Kamoʻoalewa, a Hawaiian word meaning, fittingly, the oscillating celestial fragment. And we only discovered it in 2016 with a telescope in Hawaii scanning the sky for things that pass close to home. What makes it feel like a moon is the way it moves. Kamoʻoalewa orbits the sun, but it does so in near-perfect lockstep with the Earth, circling the sun in almost exactly 1 year, right alongside us. So from our point of view, it seems to loop around the Earth, over and over, like a companion that can't quite let go. Astronomers call this a quasi-moon. It slipped into this dance with Earth only about 100 years ago, and in roughly 300 more, it will drift away again. For this brief moment in cosmic time, a blink, the Earth has a traveling companion, and we almost never noticed. The reason we didn't notice is simple. It's tiny. Kamoʻoalewa is only about 27 meters across, the length of a single truck and trailer. It tumbles end over end every half hour, and it stays between 9 and 25 million miles away. A dark speck, lost in the glare of the sun. It took a dedicated sky survey just to catch it. But when astronomers finally studied its light, they found something that stopped them cold. Kamoʻoalewa doesn't look like a normal asteroid. The way it reflects sunlight, its spectrum, matches something much closer to home. It matches the rocks of the moon. That raised an extraordinary possibility. What if this little world isn't a stray asteroid at all? What if it is a piece of the moon, blasted off the far side by a giant ancient impact, thrown into space, and captured into orbit beside the very planet its parent circles? Some suspected it came from a specific star, a young crater called Giordano Bruno. For about 5 years, that was the leading story. Earth's quasi-moon was a chip of our own moon, quietly following us home. It was a beautiful idea. And then, in 2026, we looked closer, and the story started to crack. The James Webb Space Telescope turned its infrared eye on Kamoʻoalewa, and the new data began to undercut the lunar theory. Some of what Webb saw didn't fit a simple chunk of moon rock. Suddenly, the question that seemed almost answered was wide open again. If it isn't a piece of the moon, then what is it? This is why it matters. If Kamoʻoalewa really is lunar, then a sample of the moon is parked right next door, a free piece of our own history we could read. And if it isn't, then it's something stranger, a survivor from the early solar system, riding beside us. Either answer is a prize, and there was only one way to know for sure. Go there. So someone did. In 2025, China launched a spacecraft called Tianwen-2 on a journey of hundreds of millions of miles. In June of 2026, it arrived and sent back the first ever close images of Earth's elusive quasi-moon, a gray, tumbling world seen up close for the first time in human history. But Tianwen-2 isn't just there to look. It carries 11 instruments and a far bolder plan. It will spend nearly a year studying Kamoʻoalewa, and then it will reach down, grab a piece of it, and carry that sample back to Earth. It would be the first sample ever returned from a quasi-moon. And that sample could settle everything. Its chemistry would reveal whether it truly came from the moon. If it did, it could even date the impact that made it, reading, in a handful of dust, a chapter of the solar system's history we have never held before. There's a quiet lesson in all of this. The Earth is not as alone as it looks. Small worlds like Kamoʻoalewa drift into our neighborhood, ride beside us for a while, and slip away again. Companions we gain and lose without ever noticing. The sky above you is busier and stranger than it seems. So the next time you look up at the moon, remember, somewhere out there in the dark, far too faint to see, a second small world is keeping pace with the Earth right now. We have finally reached out to touch it, and soon, it may tell us where it came from. This has been Deep Field. If you want more of the universe explained one quiet story at a time, stay with us. There's a whole dark sky left to explore.